Yes, we are back already. That was quick, wasn't it?
That was a quick turnaround, guys. We're here for the Sheffield United, Man City, the phone-in show. Have your say. If you weren't at the Marseille one, you don't know what's going on. If you're an extra club member, you can come in the waiting room and Discord, and potentially get on and speak with us live on City Extra on YouTube. So,
quickly, bro, will you just refocus your cam?
I can do the refocus. There
you go. Look at that. There's got a HD
pressure.
vision.
Get the head there.
The herd, ready for the herd.
Right, so people who don't know, if you want to come on, become an extra club member, tier 1, tier 2 or tier 3, I'll put the link in the chat so you can come in. And then all you need to do, once you're in the Discord server, get yourself over to the waiting room, get in there, and then when we're ready, we'll drag you in, and then you can have your say on the game. Just make sure that when you do come on, you turn your actual YouTube off and you talk to us and listen to us through Discord, not YouTube. Otherwise, you'll get a bit of a delay.
There'll be a massive delay.
But yeah, it's there. So victory for the Blues. It wasn't pretty, but we got the 3 points, which was really, really important. So yeah, I'm ready whenever you're ready to get the first guest on.
I think I'm ready. Should we just go straight in?
Alright, I think we should go for it.
Let's put us in here. So we're ready. Right then. So the first up on today's phone-in show is. Hold on a sec, bro. Let me sort some stuff out. Oh, was that you?
That's just me, bro.
I thought I was going to join our chat then, and I was like, hello. That should be happening. Give me a second, bro. Let me just find something. Right.
How is everyone doing, guys? Guys, we've got 180 people in. Can we get them likes up to get them to 100, guys? Because if you was just in the watch along, then you smashed it. I think we got 650 or something.
It was too fast.
Can we get up to 100 likes on the phone-in show? Better than TalkSport. Don't bait. Everyone loves it.
Fezzer said he's not phoning in today.
No phone call for Fezzer.
Fezzer doesn't want it. He don't want the heat.
He wants to listen and see what people's opinions are, which is totally fine. But yeah, if you're listening, Andrew, you're going to be first up, pal. Is that right?
Andrew first, yeah.
Yeah. So let's...
Well, we're just having name issues at the moment. Give us 2 seconds, Andrew, and we will be with you. Let me just... There we go. This should be it. We should be done. This should work. Right, okay. So, first up is Andrew. So, let's get Andrew in here with us. Yes, Andrew.
Can you hear me well?
Yeah, we can hear you. Can you hear us?
Okay, I moved my mic closer since last time, so you can actually hear me now.
Yeah. That's a lot better than last time, isn't it?
Yeah, it's good. How are you doing, Andrew? You all right, mate?
I'm doing amazing. I'm happy we got the win today. Not exactly the best win, but still a win.
Yeah. Well, I said this on the stream. You got to grind it out sometimes, don't you? Get the points, and we're moving up the table now. How big was that win, given the fact that our next 2 Premier League games, Liverpool and Tottenham?
I think this is kind of big. It kind of shown that our defense can kind of step up to the table when they need to.
Yeah,
it's nice. We haven't in past years. We've always had that problem at defense, but this year we look much better, which it's kind of weird to say.
I'm not fully comfortable with saying we have a good defense yet because my brain isn't used to being able to say that. Like you say, we've been trash in defense for the past few years. Good
compared to last year is all I'm saying.
Yeah. Diaz has done bits for our defense. I think getting him in, it's just gone mega for us. Our defense now just looks so much more solid.
Yeah.
Diaz does. He does look like he sorted our defense out, and it wasn't sort of it wasn't the fast flowing football. There were a few misplaced passes, but we did get the win, and it was absolutely crucial that we did. A question that I've got to ask, Andrew. Riyad Mahrez now seemingly out of form. Well, what do you do here? Do you keep playing him, trying to play him into form, or do you think it's actually right to take him out of the team and give the guy a bit of a rest?
a lot of people in chat are like, send Maris away or whatever. I don't really kind of think that. I think we just need to rest him because we've been playing him almost every single game this year. And if you don't play him, you kind of let him rest, and then you kind of say, like, this is what you're doing wrong, and then he'll fix it. I don't know who else to play there up top. I mean, we have a lot of people. I'm tired right now. I just woke up, but I can't think of the squad. It's too big. But I think we just rest him and then give him a chance a bit later on.
Yeah, is that what you're saying, John?
Yeah, I think I agree with that.
Yeah, I do agree with that. I think that's what we should do. I think we should take him out of the team, give him a bit of a rest, and then, put him back in. Right, we've got Olympiacos coming up, Andrew. We've won the first 2 games here. What sort of team lineup are you looking at here? Because obviously it's the game before Liverpool. Are you resting players, or do you want to get that Champions League group stage sort of sealed off? Because if we win that, it's 9 points. We're pretty much done. What are you doing?
I feel like maybe rest a couple players because our next game's Liverpool. You said, right?
The Premier League, yeah. It's Liverpool after Olympiacos.
Okay. We need to rest a couple players because I don't want to injure anybody against Olympiacos. I mean, I'd want to win Olympiacos, but I mean, if we tie it while resting players, I want to have players ready for Liverpool when we need to.
Yeah,
actually, we do have a big game that weekend, isn't it?
It's a big game, and I'd rather have our best lineup available and no one injured against Olympiacos.
Yeah. No, I completely agree, Andrew. Thanks a lot for the call, bud. Much appreciated.
Yeah.
Cheers, mate.
Nice call to get us going, guys. Nice call.
Started that, wasn't it? Yeah, it was a good call, that.
Like I say, guys, if you want to get involved, make sure you become an Extra Club member. Link is in the description.
I think it's £1.99 is our cheapest tier, isn't it?
Yeah, and all you need to do is, when you're in the Discord server, guys, just head over to the waiting room, get yourself in the waiting room, and then we'll drag you in.
I think C1 needs to come onto one of these shows one day. You know what I mean? Because the guy never shows face, does he?
But yeah, good call by Andrew there, guys. I think pretty much agree with what he's saying. He says, "I love how everyone went Andrew out. He's trying his best." But yeah, it's good call. And like I say, that Olympiacos one, guys, is an interesting one because on one hand, you're like, win it, 9 points out of 9. That's probably good enough. But at the same time, do you really want to play all your best players just before Liverpool? I'm not sure. We'll have to see.
It's a risk, that, isn't it?
Yeah. But I think we've got another call going to come up in a minute. Are we going Ali next?
Yes, Ali B Gamer. He was one of the ones that didn't get to come on last time.
Yeah, he didn't get to come on last time, Ali, but he is in the waiting room, and we're going to drag him in any time. Drag him in.
Yeah,
we're going to drag Ali in any time now.
Yes. We'll drag Ali in now, give him time to unmute his microphone. He should be able to hear us now, innit? So,
yeah, Ali, if you're there, unmute your mic, and then you're live on City Extra, my friend.
Yes, microphone unmuted. Yes.
Ali. How you doing, mate? We're all good.
Right.
How's things? How do you find the game, Ali?
Yeah, it was good. We got the 3 points. That's the important thing. But our defense has to improve. But I'm still worried about our attackers because we create a lot of chances, but we can't put in a net because we had this problem last season as well. As you remember, against Norwich, against Tottenham, we create a lot of chances and they just have 3 on target and they scored 3 goals.
So what's the solution? How can Pep set up his team to sort of, try and avoid dropping points?
Not sure about that.
Yeah, it's a tricky one, isn't it? You know what I mean?
It's
because
hard,
we don't have a striker. We don't have no fit strikers other than Delap, who's not going to play.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I think we should give Delap a chance for Olympiacos game, and we get rest to Raheem Sterling, so he's going to be fit for Liverpool match because Liverpool is an important game, and we can win the game by 1 goal. I'm sure we cannot win this game. We have to score like 3 or 4 goals if we want to win against Liverpool.
Yeah, for a fact that they're going to get some goals.
Yeah, because they got Mo Salah and Mane. They're dangerous.
Yeah.
Our defense has been improved, but still they are dangerous, so we have to be careful about that.
Yeah, well that's the thing, innit? Olympiacos, I think people are going down the route of trying to rest players. Obviously, Delap would be nice to play Delap in the Champions League, but obviously he's not in the squad, so he can't actually play against Olympiacos, because he's not in the squad, so that's disappointing. But we're going to have to try and find a way, I think, of resting some players. Look, Kyle Walker was great today, I think, and he's been good for a while.
Yeah.
But Cancelo's also playing well. So for me, the sort of rest that I'd be looking for is against Olympiacos. Rest Kyle Walker, put Cancelo at right back, maybe slide Zinchenko in there at left back, or even Ake could do that. You know, Kevin, I don't think I want to see Kevin play a full 90 minutes against Olympiacos.
Yeah, exactly. If he wants, he can come as a substitution.
Yeah.
Exactly, yeah. So the thing is, right, I get it. I really, really want to get this Champions League boxed off, get qualified, so then we can just relax.
As well.
That's it, innit, Ali? You know what I mean? You just want to relax, don't you, bro?
I'm still annoying about last year against Lyon. How we lost that we should go to the semi-final. I was watching a game with my dad when Kevin De Bruyne scored that goal, was jumping up and down. And when we conceded the goal, my dad said, we got a problem in our defense.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It's an interesting one. Who was your man of the match then, Ali?
BT Sport gives to Rodri, but mine, I think, is Kyle Walker. He deserved to.
Yeah, we say Kyle Walker. He was sick, wasn't he?
I think Kyle Walker, yeah.
Rodrigo has been good today, but Kyle Walker has been better. I think he deserved to be man of the match.
Yeah, I completely agree.
Yeah.
Ali, thanks a lot for ringing up, mate.
Yeah, no worries, bro.
Nice speaking to you, buddy. Catch you
Yeah.
later.
Me too. Take care of yourself. See you, bye-bye.
Yes, that was a good call, wasn't it, from Ali?
Yeah, and I agree with him. Kyle Walker for me, man of the match today.
Yeah, Kyle Walker has to man of the match.
You know, he got the goal. He was bombing up and down the wing. You know, it was just really, really good to see. But I keep banging the drum, guys. As good as he is, we need to give him a rest at some point because it's not humanly possible.
It's not humanly possible. You're gonna get run into the ground. You're gonna get murked. And the thing is, if we lose Kyle Walker for a numerous amount of games. Nah, not about that. We can't deal with that. We need to protect him at all costs. Kyle Walker is 100% an elite athlete. He has to be. There's something superhuman about Kyle Walker. I seen that you just typed in to Asher there about the Discord thing. I was about to say that. Basically, we run this show through Discord. All you got to do sign up with the Extra Club because you're £1.99, and then the thing is with the £1.99 tier. That first tier, that gets you on this show. You can come on this show for the whole month, doesn't it? Because basically, it's just behind the Extra Club. So, yes, if you want to get involved, get involved. It's good. It's good. The whole other perks in that. But I'm buzzing with these calls. They're sick, aren't they? It's always good. I always like getting fans' opinions and stuff.
Yeah, it is good, but. Yeah, Ashley, if you want to join, just go to the video description or the link that's in the chat, and then you just decide which tier you want to become. And then when you join the Discord server, guys, go into the waiting room, and then once there's a spot in, we'll get you in.
Yeah,
but
once you're in the waiting room, you just chill, aren't you?
Yeah, who we're thinking next, bro, for the next fan caller?
The next fan caller, I'm thinking it's got to be the OG.
The OG?
The OG. It has to be, doesn't it? So let's get the OG Extra Club member in the chat. It's Big Boy Hugh Murray.
No, it's not.
No, it's not. Yes, it is. It's Big Boy Hugh Murray. Yes. How you doing, mate?
Good, lads. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. How do you find the game?
I kind of found it a bittersweet, to be honest. I thought you guys kind of summed it up well in the live stream when you said, you can't win every game 5-0. You're going to have to scrap out some wins like that. But I also can't help but feel if we play like that against Liverpool, we will get murked. I'm looking at him. I think Andy Robertson will backpocket him if he plays like that. I don't think he can play against Liverpool, to be honest.
Yeah, well, I know it's difficult, but the thing is, right, on your last call, you said you prefer Ferran Torres out wide. Right, so how would you set up the team then against Liverpool? Because obviously it's a tricky one. We've got injuries, so we've got Mahrez out of form. How would you line up?
I'd go pretty well the exact same as today, except I'd take Mahrez out, put Sterling on the right, Foden on the left, and leave Ferran up top. He's kind of winning me over slowly. Ferran, he's winning me over. He's showing good striker instincts. I know he didn't get a goal today, but he's getting himself in the right places, and he's strong, and he's using his pace, he's using his attributes. I think giving him more time in that role, he'll do well. It's just time. It's patience.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, it's a sad one about Mahrez, right? Because last year he did really, really well, and I just don't understand what's happened. I'm thinking to myself, I just don't know. I don't know what's happened to him, but he just the amount of times he dribbles the ball out of play. It's insane. He does it 2 or 3 times a game at the moment, and yeah, I don't know. But for me, I've been saying it for a couple of weeks now. I think you can try and play a player back into form, or you can take him out and give him a rest. We've tried playing back in. He's played every game pretty much, and it's not working. So you need to take him out. I'm actually getting to the point now where I actually think it's a little bit cruel on him because he's not. He's going out. He's trying to. He's obviously trying.
Do you think he's trying too hard?
Well, he might be, but then Pep's got to see that. Pep's got to see that. Look, it's not working. Yeah, and then
just say, right, take him out. Let's put him in, and then put someone else in,
yeah,
and let him have a rest a bit.
Give him a break. Look, there's only 2 games now until the international break anyway. So give him a rest for the 2 games. Give him the international break, and when he comes back, he might be fine. But that's how I'd approach it. But yeah, on the actual match itself, then Kyle Walker got to be man of the match, hasn't he?
I think so. What do you think, Hugh? Is he there? Is he gone? Have we lost him?
Hugh.
I think we might have lost Hugh. Hugh is lost. But yeah, I agree that Kyle Walker should be man of the match. It 100% has to be Kyle Walker for me. But obviously, we don't know what the commentators are saying and why they give it to Rodri. I'll try Hugh. I'm sure this happened with you, Hugh, last time as well, didn't it?
Did it?
Yeah, we lost him.
Yeah.
I drag him out and back in. I don't know if that's going to work for him though. But yeah, I feel like it's just cut off. It's just cut off for Hugh. Wait, I heard him then.
Hello, yeah.
I can hear you now. Yeah, I can hear you now.
Did you hear what I said there a second ago?
No. Say it again.
Oh, sorry. Okay, I said I don't know if it's a confidence issue for Mahrez, whatever. Maybe give him some time off or leave him on the bench for the big game next week against Liverpool. But Foden's been at least a 7 out of 10 every time he's come on or started this season. I think there's no reason he shouldn't start next week against Liverpool.
Yeah, I agree. And also against Liverpool, I think we're going to need some pace. We're going to have to be quick. When we get the ball forward, we're going to have to move that ball quick. The players are going to have to be a bit faster because we're not going to be able to break them down. You know what I mean? We don't have that David Silva anymore to play that wonder ball. It's going to everything about our play against Liverpool is going to have to be about pace. And the way that we do that is go back to 17-18, Foden on the left, who's effectively your Sane. You got Sterling back on the right hand side, and then Torres up front to hopefully bang in the goals. It's going to be a massive game. We can't afford to get beat in the game. I obviously want to win every game. Would a draw be that bad, Hugh? If we got a draw, or what are you saying?
It's in Etihad, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh no, I think we should be going for a win. But what I was going to say there was,
I like that.
I think this is the first real test for this new defense we have. The defense we've been saying is hopefully our restructured, good, solid defense that we need for the first time in over 18 months now, if we're going to be honest. This is the first real test. Salah, Mane, Firmino, those guys are going to really put Diaz and Laporte, this new partnership, under stress. So I think if it's about defense and attack in this game. Can our attackers find life again and score lots of goals the way they have done in the past? And it's also for the likes of Diaz, the new boys coming in, to prove that they can do it against the top players in the league. You know what I mean?
I think we've got to go for the win. Look, Dyke's out, Fabinho's out. It's
there for us, really, Lewis. It's there for us to win.
Yeah, we've lost him again. But basically, I agree with what he was saying.
100%.
The game's there for us.
Spitting pure facts.
They've got injuries, right? And we just need to go and do it. And it is the final. It is the final. The real test for our defense. We need to see if this test. If they can pass the test, innit?
Yeah, we need to know whether they can pass.
And I believe they can. And what I'm seeing Kyle Walker, who's playing out of his skin. Diaz on the port, looking pretty solid. And then left back is an issue in the sense that we don't actually have a left back, but the people who are playing there are doing all right. You know what I mean? Cancelo's doing all right.
I think we've got to rest Kyle Walker on Tuesday at least.
Definitely have to rest Kyle Walker. We do have to rest Kyle Walker. Play Cancelo on the right hand side, and then slide in Ake or Zinchenko on the left. And give him the whole night off. Let him relax and chill.
Boys, you're spitting pure facts here. You're spitting facts.
Spitting huge facts. But thanks a lot for coming on, Hugh, mate. Much appreciated, pal.
Love it, guys. Take care.
Cheers a bit. See you in a bit. Yes, Hugh Murray, the OG Extra Club member. Everyone knows his name because we always slam it, don't we? You know what I mean? He deserves it. The first ever one, first ever. Which is a madness in itself. Right then. The calls are coming in thick and fast. Right, the next person we'll get off. I'll line up now.
We have to go for it, Mike. Someone else just said Matip's out as well, apparently.
Matip's out as well?
I'm not sure if that was a thing.
Is that true?
I don't even know if... Did he still play for him? Yeah. I don't know.
Johnny Lara's saying, Ake needed against Poole. Zinco keep with Salah. Absolutely mad. Yes, Spencer Fraker. Welcome to Tier 1, mate. Yes.
Yes, Spencer. If you want to get involved, pal, head over to the community section.
Of YouTube, innit?
Yeah, get in the Discord. I'll accept you in, and then just go over to the waiting room, and then we'll get you on as soon as we can.
On that note, should we get the next guy in?
I'm ready to keep moving this train, guys, on the City Extra phone-in show. Let's go.
So next up we have Jim Rain is next.
Jim Rain, are you there?
Yeah, hello.
Yes. How
Yes,
you doing,
Jim.
mate?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Can hear you loud and clear, bud. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks. And you?
Yeah, we're all right, aren't we, mate?
Yeah, we're good,
we got the win today. Not a great performance, but what were your thoughts on the match?
The only worrying thing about the match is the last few games in the Prem, we've just been scraping through results, which is kind of worrying. I know that we don't have a striker, and I know that we don't have a proper striker to. We're just not clicking. We're not clinical enough. Especially the one. I don't know if you could remember the one. Ferran Torres should have scored. I reckon Aguero, if he got onto that, he would have scored.
Oh yeah, I mean,
But I've noticed that. Kyle Walker is less rash, in the defense since Diaz has been coming in defense. Yeah, I've been very happy with his performances.
yeah.
I think defensively we've improved so much that now everyone's focus is turning heavily onto our attack. So now we're nitpicking with our attack because our defense seems pretty solid. And yeah, like you're saying, obviously Serge, more clinically, would score situations, but I think we're making do with what we have at the moment, aren't we?
Yeah.
And I feel like Ferran Torres at this moment is our best option up top.
Jim Rain, do you agree with that? Is Ferran Torres currently, with the injuries that we have, is he our best option, or would you look for something else?
Yeah, at the minute, yeah, for Ferran Torres, but not long term. Not obviously long term. I'm just looking at a short term basis anyway.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
But I'm kind of worried over Riyad Mahrez's recent performances. He seems so angry. Doesn't seem right. He's not on form and stuff.
To me, it reminds me of when he first came and he was a bit disjointed from the team. He wasn't in like the flow of the team, like, so it was always like with the counters, it was kind of like against play.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. What would you do then, Jim Rain? Would you play him into form? I keep on asking this question because I'm interested to know what people think. But would you keep playing him and hope that he finds form, or would you give him a rest?
No, I think he should have a rest for a few games. Before, he used to not be being picked consistently, but now he's been picked consistently but not performing. So you might as well put him on the bench and try and improve. Take his fight for his place at right wing. I see the massive difference when Sterling plays on the wing. He plays so much better when he's at strike than already at striker. I just hope Pep keeps playing him at right wing.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Good points there, Jim Rain. Thanks a lot for coming on, mate. Much appreciated.
No problem.
Yes, right. Okay,
Cheers,
so.
mate.
Again, a lot of people are saying that Kyle Walker's been playing really, really well.
Yeah.
I think we need to definitely give him a rest against Olympiacos.
Yeah.
But another good call from Jim Rain there.
Yes.
This train is moving fast. It's moving fast. So if you want it, guys, I say it again. If we don't do this all night. It's a limited time. If you want to get on, make sure you become an extra club member. Get in the Discord. Get in the waiting room, and then we'll drag you in as soon as we've got time. But yeah, it was a good call from Jim Rain. I think we didn't speak to him last week, so
it's good to have fresh callers on, isn't it? This isn't a fresh caller. This is someone that we have had before. Before I go into that, Alex Birch, Man City Matchday, just go and Tier 1 member. Yes. Once you become a member, to get to the Discord link, go to the community tab and go over to. I think the Discord link is in there somewhere. People keep finding it, so it must be there somewhere. And then head over to the waiting room, and you can You can join.
Shout out Birch and another YouTube channel signing up to our
Yeah. Big that, innit? Big that.
Yeah. So guys, if you want to come on the show, do what Alex Birch has just done and become an Extra Club member. Tier 1, Tier 2, Tier 3, come in Extra Club Discord server, get in the waiting room, and we can get on. Are we moving fast?
Yes, we are moving fast.
Let's
Why
move.
you come fast? Next up, we have the one and only LGN Cow. I said it with bait, innit? Said it with bait. But Lugan Cow, is that right, Brett?
Lagan Cow.
He's just dragged out to unmute. I think he's waiting a little bit. Did this last time, didn't he? So he can unmute his telly and that. So try to drag him in now. Yes.
Yeah. Yes. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
We can
Also,
hear you.
someone just said that people should do shots every time I say yes. I think it was Andrew.
Right. First of all, how do we pronounce your name? We said it.
You called us out. You called us out last week, didn't you?
Yes. It's Legand Cow.
Lagan Cow.
Lugand cow.
Yes.
That's right, innit? Lugand cow.
Well, we got it right. What do you make of the game today, mate?
I mean, it's not the best game, but like, it's City. They never make it easy.
Yeah, that's true. You gotta expect it nowadays.
Yeah. I mean, I'm happy with the 3 points. I mean, it's not a game that I'm gonna like. It's not a game that I'd rush back to watch again.
Yeah, no, I'm with you.
But they're very important, these games, aren't they? Because you do get a number of these games every year where you find it difficult, and you've got to grind it out, aren't you? You know what I mean? Like, you can't just. I said it in the live stream. You're not going to win every game 4-5-0 playing nice football. There are going to be them games where, and Arsenal was like that to a certain extent. Arsenal was like that where we didn't actually play that well. Porto the same. We're not playing that well, but we're getting the points, which is the main thing. And given the fact our next 2 Premier League matches against Liverpool and Tottenham, today was absolutely critical. If we wouldn't have won today, how bad would that have been, mate?
Oh, that would have been terrible, considering our next 5 Premier League matches. We've got Liverpool, Tottenham, Burnley, Fulham, and Man United.
That's disgusting.
That's the next 5 in the league.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, that's not pretty.
I wanted to be like firing on all fronts by the time we got here.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing, isn't it? That would have been ideal, but that's not the situation, and we'll have to see what happens. How do you line up then against Liverpool? We spoke to Hugh a minute ago. He was going the Foden, Varane, and Sterling. Are you going the same, or would you change it up a bit?
I'd probably have, in terms of the 11, of course, Edison's in goal. Then I'd probably go Cancelo with Ake at left back, with same Laporte and Diaz at the back. With then I'd bring Gundogan back in for it, with him and Rodri, with De Bruyne essentially, with Foden and Sterling as the wingers, with Torres up front.
Yeah, I mean, that's not a bad team. I'm a little bit worried and a bit concerned because I do feel that it's potentially a must-win game. You know what I mean? They're already ahead of us.
Oh yeah. And Liverpool at the Etihad always must win.
Well, yeah, it is. You're right, because we don't win there. We don't win at Anfield, do we? So we've got to get the points off them. We've got to get the 3 points at the Stade Etihad.
Especially now when they're without probably the 3 best defenders. And
well, that's
if you don't win,
that's it. Yeah.
It's almost embarrassing.
They're there for the taking, aren't they? They are actually there for the taking.
Yeah. And I heard that Salah's got picked up a small knock, so he's not full.
Oh,
that could be big. That could be big. Big news.
That could be big. We'll have to see what happens. And obviously, it's going to be a massive, massive game. But for me, at some point, we've got to put a statement down. We've got to put a marker down and properly do something. And I don't think we've done it just yet. Marseille was a nice performance, but they weren't great. So yeah, we'll just have to see how it goes. Any further points to make, mate?
Not massively, but I'm just having a look at some of the injury lists here, and it looking like I'm just on a website at the moment, like that there's an outside chance of Gabby Jesus being back for the Liverpool game.
Yeah, TJ just put that in the chat.
Mm.
So
That'd be interesting.
That would be interesting.
yeah, I mean that would be massive if he's back for that game, because I know he's in the Brazil squad for the international break.
Well, we might be fit then. We'll have to see.
Yeah.
The question is then, do you play Gabby Jesus, who's a striker but isn't match fit, or do you play Ferran Torres, who's match fit? But
I mean, Ferran Torres is a striker.
That's the thing. I think Ferran Torres has played well in the last two matches, so I won't be rushing to get Gabby Jesus back into that starting lineup for Liverpool if he's not fully match fit.
I wouldn't start Gabby against Liverpool, but I'd have him on the bench as a if you need to bring him on kind of thing for that one.
Yeah,
that's a good shout. That's a good shout. A good thing to do.
I totally agree, mate. Great call. Thanks a lot for coming on again.
Right, cheers again, guys.
Cheers, mate.
Speak to you I'll probably speak to you after Olympiacos.
Yes, nice one. Definitely. Speak to you then.
Cheers, mate.
Yeah.
Another good call. Yeah, Olympiacos. Is that on Tuesday?
Yes, another Tuesday.
Yeah, so make sure you tune in for that one as well, guys. Get over there. The phone-in show after the Olympic, because that could be a massive game, guys. Because like I say, if we win, that's pretty much Champions League group stage done. You know what I mean? We basically need a point or two. So that is a massive game. For more reasons than just the 90 minutes there. For the future games, match day 4, 5, and 6, we could then potentially have properly rest players. Yeah, nice. I'm buzzing for it.
I am buzzing. Right, Bray, we have people in the waiting room. If you do want to join, all you got to do is become an Extra Club member. Nightbot spams a link all day long, but I'll spam a link in there. All you got to do is join the Discord, get in the waiting room, and then you will be there. And the people that are in the waiting room right now, Brad, there's people there. We have Boy first, and I think by going off just Boy, is this Boy Racer?
This has to be Boy Racer.
It's got to be Boy Racer.
Yeah.
It has to be Boy Racer, doesn't it? So we'll go with Boy Racer first. Let me just drag. My mouse having a bad time with the drag. Yes. Boy Racer UK. I don't know if he can hear us yet. His microphone is muted. So as soon as his microphone unmutes, we'll be chill. I've put his name as name Boy. It looks like a standard. Do you know what I mean? As if we've been worked on the name. But yes.
Hopefully Boy Racer's there. Boy, you are there. Your mic is muted. Just need to unmute it, and then we can crack on. I
feel like Boy having just Boy in the chat, the thing there doesn't work, innit? I think we need Boy Racer. And that works a lot better, doesn't it?
But is Boy Racer at the steering wheel?
That's it. Is he steering the car?
Or is he being this Tesla guy with the automatic drive, innit?
That's it. He could be. Maybe he's fallen asleep at the wheel.
Oh no.
We can't be having that, can we?
Boy Racer, wake up!
Right. Come on, Boy. Stop boying around, innit?
What might have to skip Boy Racer for now.
Boy. We'll put him back in the waiting room for now, and we'll head over to our next caller now.
Our next caller's only just joined the Extra Club.
Just joined, literally. That's how fast it is.
So this is how easy, guys. If you're thinking to yourself, I don't want to join the Extra Club because I won't be able to speak to him right now, I might have to wait a week or so. Not so. This person has just joined the Extra Club, and they're in the waiting room, and we're going to be speaking to them hopefully very, very shortly. But Boy Racer, if you are there, we'll come to you in a second. But Spencer, we're going to come up to you next.
Boy Racer says he doesn't know how to get out of the waiting room. Boy Racer, we just wait in the waiting room. We'll drag you into our chat, and then you just got to unmute your microphone. That's right, isn't it? Am I right in saying that?
Unless he doesn't want to come on and he wants to get out of the waiting room.
Yeah.
Boy Racer, just confirm in the chat, are you wanting to come on and speak, or are you in there by mistake? Let us know.
In the meantime, we will get Spencer on. Like you say, Spencer, a new Extra Club member.
Are you in there by mistake?
Oh yeah, Spencer. In the meantime, we will get Spencer on. Like you say, Spencer. We can do ourselves, isn't it?
Spencer, if you're there, just mute your YouTube for us.
Fellas, can you hear me?
Yes, How you doing, Spencer, mate? You all right?
Doing great, boys. It's early over here, LA, California.
What time is it?
It's 8 o'clock now, but 5:30 at game time.
Ooh. I've got to take my hat off because there's a lot of people right in our YouTube channel, subscribers and viewers, And some of the times that you guys get up is absolutely mad. Like, so what time did you have to get up again? Sorry, 5:30?
Oh yeah, 5:20 a.m. fellas.
That is disgusting. That is disgusting.
That's some commitment. That.
Yeah.
By the way, people in the
On a
chat, mate,
Saturday,
is saying
it's not a good time.
Freddie Pie is saying you got the radio voice, mate.
Worth it for the win.
Yeah, it is worth it for the win. It is worth it for the win, mate. Honestly, 100%, 100%. You gotta get them dubs in it. People in the chat are saying you got a radio voice. You've got that perfect.
I do. That's good news. I like to hear that.
Yeah, that is the good one, isn't it, bro?
New profession.
That's it. There you go. New profession. We're on Professional City Extra Radio.
Yeah.
What do you make of the game then, Spencer?
Couple thoughts. Obviously, Kyle Walker, unbelievable. But I thought Bernardo's work rate in the midfield was top notch today. And when we have him being able to, obviously Rodri played very well, but Bernardo adds that different element that Gundo doesn't usually have, that insane work rate, box to box, and I feel like a lot of mistakes that tend to be made in the midfield, Bernardo's the one that backtracks and compensates for a lot of those, and wins the ball back many times for us in a lot of the matches he's starting.
Yeah, it's a good point. We've not even spoken about Bernardo in this show, but he was actually insane today. And TJ's just put in the chat that Bernardo run 13 kilometers, and that's what he's doing. And that's the reason that I think this is his best position. All right, okay, he might not get goals, he might not get many assists from this position, but actually, I think his influence on the team is huge.
Yeah, because his work rate in that area of the pitch is mega.
It puts pressure on the opposition when they've got the ball in the midfield. He can help out defensively, and he did a couple of tackles today and interceptions today, but then as well, he can actually help join the attack. So it's better, like you just said then, Spencer, when you've got Gundogan in that situation, if we've got the ball, it's Gundogan joining the attack. And I always say, who'd you rather have joining your attack, Gundogan or Bernardo? And it's Bernardo every single day. So is this how you'd set up against Liverpool then, with a Rodri-Bernardo midfield?
Yeah, I think that it's going to be up and down against Liverpool. So I think that's probably the play. I also I love the idea of that we've talked about. You guys have all said it, but having Mahrez out of the squad, out of the starting 11. But I feel like he's last year and I believe, did he come off the bench against Marseille too, and then had the pass to De Bruyne and then the cross to Sterling?
Yeah,
he does really well from like an injection of energy sometimes off the bench, and that might be a good way to get his confidence back. Obviously Sterling on the right with Foden on the left, and then Jesus or Varane depending on who's healthy, obviously. But Mahrez off the bench for a couple matches, let him get some big plays, his confidence back, and then go from there.
I agree.
That's a big shot.
Because as well, if you bring Mahrez on when you're winning, there's probably a lot more space for him to do stuff.
Yeah.
Whereas when you start him, right, we're playing against teams who will just defend. So then he's not got one or two players. Sometimes he's got three players to take on or try and, beat to get a cross in. Whereas, like you said, if you bring him on when you're 1 or 2-0 up, the opposition team isn't just going to be sitting back as much, and he might only have one player to take on. So he's got a lot more confidence, he's got a lot more space, which is exactly what happened against Marseille, you say, Spencer. He's got more space, an easier pass, and we end up getting a goal. Because, actually, when there is space, he's one of our best players at finding passes. But at the moment, teams, I think, although we're not playing that well, teams are setting up in a way where, I don't know if they're scared of us, but they're defending, putting 11 men behind the ball. Mm-hmm. They're not wanting to take us on. And that, for me, is just... With Mahrez in the team, that's really difficult because there's very little that he can actually do to, not necessarily his fault, but because he's not got the confidence, in my opinion, right now, he's struggling. He is struggling. So I asked this last couple of callers, Spencer. How would you line up at the forward line against Liverpool? Would you go with the Ferran Torres up front, Foden and Sterling? What are you doing?
I think I like that with Jesus not match fit. I could see it at the 60-minute mark going Jesus if he is able to go. But yeah, that's probably what I go up front. But I want to ask you guys, what do we think about Ake and for Laporte on Tuesday to keep Laporte healthy, because that just scares me every time in that extra matches per week. The more minutes Laporte gets, it makes me nervous. What do we think about Ake?
I'm happy with that. I'm actually happy with an Ake Stones. I'm happy with a Cancelo, Stones, Ake, and Zinchenko backline against Olympiacos. Yes, it is completely changed, and it might not be the chemistry, but them 4 players, should be all right.
And we need to see more of Stones as well.
Yeah, we need to test these players, because I think I said it on the last live stream, my last phone in. At some point, we might have to rely on Ake and Stones.
Yeah.
So we need them coming into it not completely cold. You know what I mean? We need them to have a little bit of match fitness. And again, this game against Olympiacos is an important game. It's not some shit game. It's not some dead game. Like it's important. So it's not like we're playing them in the Carabao. They're playing in the Champions League match day 3. This is a huge game for us, massive in terms of if we win, that pretty much seals our qualification. So yeah, I'd be looking at that 100%. Ake looked phenomenal before he got injured. He's one of our best defenders.
Yeah, he was mint, and I felt sorry for him actually, because he got taken outside straight away, didn't he?
Yeah. So that's what I'd be agreeing with you on that one, Spencer. I'd be looking at Ake, maybe John Stones as well. Whether that's a little bit too much for a game, but you got to back your players, guys. You do have to back them and try and get them into form. And John Stones has had his rest, and hopefully now he can come back, stay fit, get in the side when we need him, and do bits. But yeah, great call, Spencer. Thanks a lot for coming on, bud.
Yep.
Cheers, Spencer.
Thank you. Have a good weekend. Big 3 points.
Yeah, man, massive 3 point. Cheers, mate. Thank you very much.
And just as we did that, we got Typical City and Man City fan channel. Another City fan channel.
Another City fan channel.
A lot of City fan channels. They're in the Discord server. Let me approve you, my friend.
Yes. So like Typical City straight away in the Discord server as well.
I know.
Typical City Sam straight away in the Discord server. That's how easy it is, guys. All you got to do is subscribe to the Extra Club, and you can be on talking with me and LB. And it's fast, isn't it? It's rapid. He's showing that.
But people like Spencer's voice there, didn't they? Spencer, you're back on the YouTube now, listening to us. People like your voice. I don't know what your job is. You know what I mean? You have to tell us what your job is, but you might have a career in radio.
Nathan Hamer said, petition to start calling Spencer Hollywood.
Oh,
that's an expensive name right there. Also, Spencer, people saying you got that trailer voice, and he should do a trailer for us.
Oh,
that's it, innit? You're gonna, Spencer, if you're up for doing a trailer for us, hit us up, innit? We're figuring out you're gonna be our trailer voice.
Get him on Fiverr.
2 men. Like, do you know what I mean? That kind of voice. That's what you...
2 men take calls from other men. Oh no.
On a Saturday night. This Saturday night, tune in to 2 men talking to other men for around 45 minutes.
Yes, but yeah, thanks a lot, Spencer.
He's a high school teacher.
Oh, he's a high school teacher. Well, you've got a second career in radio, apparently.
Yeah, you can hit up the radio scene.
Yeah, but that was a good call. I agree. We got another caller coming up in a second. He was on last week. I think he's been part of the Extra Club for a while now.
I think he's a month one guy, and I'm sure he's got a gold badge.
But yeah, he's all the way up in the north, in Scotland.
Yes, again, hint into his names with people like,
who is this guy? Also gives him time to get prepared, because he probably knows.
Yeah, he can unmute his mic and that.
But we're gonna go to.
It's the man Lewis Gillies. He's dragged himself out to unmute his mic. I think, you know what I mean. I think what happens is we scare people when we drag them in. They're like, "Oh God, I've been dragged in." Hi, mate, you all right?
Oh man, I love that intro, boys.
We were accurate, weren't we? You are in Scotland, aren't you?
Yeah.
I knew it.
Pretty quiet on my phone. Let me turn it up. Jesus, that's as loud as it will go. How are we doing anyway? The performance, boys.
Well, the performance wasn't great, but we got the victory.
The points.
We limit. You know what I'm liking, Lewis? I don't know about you, mate, but it's weird seeing a functioning defence. Do you agree?
Yeah, exactly. I think that's the main positive to take away from the game, is just the solid defence. I think Ruben Diaz did really well. I think like you wouldn't think this, but with Bernardo in, we do look up defensively a lot better, because there is a lot more energy in the midfield, as I said last week. That's one of the main things. The main sort of issue I take away from the game is the attack again. So on the left-hand side, Sterling, again, I don't think he plays very well. On the right, On the left. I think he plays way better on the right. I was just having a look at the stats from the Premier League seasons for the 17-18 season. Let me just have a look at them again. So you got 17-18. He got 15 assists from out on the right hand side, and then again in the 18-19 season he did play most of the time out on the right hand side. He got 12 assists, and then when he played predominantly on the left hand side, 4 assists in the 19-20 season. So I think, you know, on the right hand side he becomes much more of a team player. And I don't know, with all this, you know, you've seen the stat with the goal contributions that he got in the 2019 season. Has that all gone to his head, and he thinks, you know, he wants those Messi, Ronaldo numbers. He's constantly looking for the goal. I don't know, I'm not quite sure. But so you've got that on one side, and then you've got Mahrez, who we all know he does hold on to the ball a little bit too much in some situations. But, you know, hopefully, you know, we can iron out these issues. I think, you know, with them two, it works a lot better when we're not teams are having a go at us, and there's not like five at the back. You know, it's quite hard to break down a team
I agree.
with 5 at the back. You know.
Yeah, I think the thing on Sterling, right? I think it's just as simple as when he plays on the left, he's obviously going to cut in most of the time, and therefore the shots available for him. Whereas on the right, if he cuts in, he ain't shooting with his left foot. It's just not happening. So that's why I think that he's more likely to get a lot more assists on the right hand side and sort of benefit the team a little bit more. But on the left, I think you've got to... And you can go on the outside on the left, and he wins a lot of penalties like that, but, you know, I think it's just the easy option sometimes when you're on the left hand side as a right-footed player, is just to sort of cut in and shoot. And, yeah, you're probably right. He does get more assists on the right hand side, but then he probably gets more goals on the left. You agree? That's fair, isn't it? That's fair.
I think that's fair.
Yeah.
But I think when you try to... Oh, go on.
Yeah. That other, like, we saw it there, that the frustration when, you know, we're getting it, you know, we're playing it out and De Bruyne's driving and there's nobody there. If we had the wingers on each side, you know, they can be a bit more direct and drive at the goal. But you just seen it so many times where we just slow down the play because nobody's driving to get at the goal at all. You know.
Yeah, I agree with you. Right, Liverpool's coming up in a week or so. What would your starting 11 be for that? Because it's a massive, massive game.
So I would go with the same front 3 that we saw against Marseille. I think a lot of people would go with that, and then the same midfield as we saw today, and probably basically the same back line, but you could throw Ake in there at left back to be a bit more solid. So I don't know. I wouldn't mind either way if it was Cancelo or Ake, but just depends if he's fit or not, I guess.
Yeah. It's a tricky one, man. Like, this is such a big game. We win this game, and everyone's on the hype train.
Everyone's got the tickets again, haven't they? Yeah. Everyone's ready for it. Everyone wants it again. The hunger gets back.
We go above Liverpool if we win this game. So, you know, it's a big game.
And would we have a game in hand on them as well? We would, wouldn't we?
Then. Yeah, I suppose we would. Well, that's so we would go ahead of them as it stands. Actually, they do have a game.
Yeah. We just lost him. He's completely disconnected.
He's completely gone.
I think the point. What we're on 6 games now. Liverpool are on 6 games. I'm guessing, are Liverpool playing a game this weekend? Is that a thing?
Yeah. Playing.
West Ham.
West Ham. They're playing West Ham, aren't they?
So they play West Ham there.
He yeeted away. He did.
Yeah. So we'll just have to see, innit? Actually, it's going to be a massive game, that Liverpool match. But I'd go with the front 3 that played against Marseille, which is Foden, Torres, and Sterling. Midfield of Rodri, Bernardo, and Kevin De Bruyne, and then a back line of probably Walker, Diaz, Laporte, and left back. I'm really not fussed. Probably go Cancelo, but you could play Ake there, and I think I'd be all right with that. But yeah, great call by Lewis up in Scotland again. And from Scotland, we're getting on the airplane and we're travelling 24 hours. Is it 24-hour flight nowadays?
Probably it's around that, isn't it? We're travelling all the way from Scotland, and we're landing in Australia, aren't we, bro?
We're in Australia.
What's your best Australian accent?
All right, mate.
What wasn't that like? Was that like Cockney?
Nah. Go on, give me yours.
Good night, mate. Alright, mate.
That was alright. Well, ask him it.
Yeah, last game. Yes, we are getting on. Patrick Holly. We've actually met Patrick before in real life, isn't it?
Yeah.
He's an OG City Eye fan. Yes, Patrick. Is he just muted his TV there? He's like, oh. Oh, he's dragged himself out. Patrick?
Hey, boys.
Yes. How you doing, mate?
Good, mate. Good to hear your voices. By the way, nice attempt at the Australian accents, but don't give up your day job.
He's roasting us already.
Oh no, I don't know why, bro. Why did you ask us to do the accent, man? I was just gonna get ripped in it.
Yeah, of course gonna get ripped. The guy's from Australia, but I just wanted you to do your best.
I'm sorry, mate. I'm sorry, guys. You dug your own hole there, and I took away the shovel from you.
Yeah, you did. You took it from us and buried us, mate.
Yeah, exactly.
How you doing, mate? You all right?
Yeah, doing all right. It's a little bit after 2 a.m. here, and
what? 2 a.m.
Yeah, it's coming on half 2.
Wow, the dedication's insane.
Nope. Yeah, well, we had a Saturday night kickoff at 11:30 p.m., mate. So I think I said it before on Mole's podcast. I said to him, mate, we could play Grimsby Town in the Cup, or we could play the Derby. We'll still get the same number of people out on a Saturday night in Sydney. So
yes,
fair play to our guys. We probably had, we had about 20, 25 people turn up, so it was a pretty good turnout.
Yeah,
I said on one of the videos that we've done recently that there definitely seems to be that I'm noticing a growing growing audience of City fans in Australia. Have you noticed that in the supporters clubs?
Yeah, I think so. We've certainly since we went back to being an official supporter club in 2018, the numbers have definitely increased. Even this year, with obviously everything going on with the pandemic and limited travel and limited movement, we're probably kicking off this season with around about 80 or 90 members, which is probably the highest intake we've had for initial start of the season membership. So
that's
it's something to be really proud of.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, interesting. Well, go on.
I just wanted to say too, big shout out to our guys for coming out tonight. I mean, it's if anybody's listening, it's not easy for us, obviously, this part of the world and that, but I mean, we've certainly become masters of not hitting the snooze button more than one or two occasions. So fair play to our guys. You know, they get up and they get out and they're passionate, and fair play to them.
Love that. Absolutely.
I mean, it's late. At any point during that game, did you find yourself trying to fall asleep? Because it wasn't the best performance, but we did get the 3 points in the end, which I guess is the most important thing.
I don't know. I was certainly feeling a little bit drowsy every time the players were just trying to walk it in rather than having a shot. You think that considering the only score we got on the score sheet was from outside 18 yards. So I wish the players were just a little bit more ambitious. There were times where it just felt like we're trying to bury everything from inside 6 yards. So I just wanted to see a bit more ambition just from outside the box, because there are games where it's going to be hard to break teams down, and we have to take those sort of chances, even if they're only minor chances.
There was a few occasions today where Ferran Torres got chances, and I thought on the whole he did all right. He was hitting the target, which is what you want, and to be fair, that's more than you can say for Sterling. Sometimes he was getting the shots off, and they weren't some of them weren't easy chances. He was hitting the target, but you are right. We do need to become a lot more critical, and a lot of people are saying this now. Our sort of problems have gone from defence to attack, you know what I mean? And against Liverpool, and I keep mentioning it, I know we've got Olympiacos, but obviously Liverpool's the crucial one. If we get chances, we've got to score. I tell you what, the City fans' brains are just going to explode if we get chances and we don't score, because we might only get 3 or 4 chances in the whole game. And you know what would be disgusting? Is if we have chances and then we lose by a goal or draw, knowing that we've had chances. So, dude, for the Liverpool game, do you go for Torres up top as well? If he's, or do you go Gabby Jesus, because Gabby Jesus is going to be fit but not match fit? Well, what would you do?
Okay, well, let's assume Gabby Jesus isn't ready for this game.
Yeah,
I would 100% go with Ferran Torres. I think he's showing not just the fact that he can play across all 3 points of the front three, from right, centre, and from middle, right, and left, but he's proving that he is doing an effective enough job in the middle without Gabby Jesus, without Aguero around at the moment, and he's proving that by showing that obviously when we played against Marseille that Sterling is best in his natural position out on the right-hand side.
Yeah, I completely agree.
I completely agree with that.
I completely agree.
100%.
That's what I'd be looking for. And I think as well, against Robertson, who's the left back for Liverpool, do you really want an out-of-form Mahrez? I don't want that in it. I want Sterling.
No.
And I want some pacey football. I want some energy.
Yeah, if you look at the other side of the pitch for Liverpool, I mean, our biggest weapon we ever had was Leroy Sané, because as you remember, he used to absolutely run rings around Alexander-Arnold.
Yeah.
Now, I would be interested to see if we threw Torres out on the left-hand side, would he be able to do a similar sort of job?
Yeah.
I'm not saying he certainly can't blitz him the way Sané used to, but I think he would certainly give him a few headaches.
We'll be on that.
Yeah, I tell you who's got headaches, Pep Guardiola, because picking the team lineup for that game is going to be a tricky one. It's not easy. Hopefully we'll get through Olympiacos and then get to Liverpool and do the job there. But yeah, mint call, Patrick. Thanks for joining us, pal.
Thanks, guys.
Go and get some sleep, mate.
See you again soon, and thanks, buddy. And love what you guys are doing with the City Extra. It's been fantastic so far.
Yeah, man. Cheers, Patrick. Yes.
Much appreciated, man.
Patrick's an OG City eye. You know what I mean, he's followed us through and through, innit? And we've actually met him once in Manchester back when we could actually go to pubs and that. And that was decent. So I was lucky enough to get hold of him when he was over here, weren't we? Yes. So buzzing to speak to Patrick. It's nice that.
It is good. Right, guys. Well, I thought that might have been the last call, but then we just had one more person drop in the waiting room, guys. So we're going to take one more call from you guys on the Sheffield United 0 Man City 1 phone-in show. Like I say, I'm very happy that we got the points today, guys. Don't get me wrong. And we moved because we've got Olympiacos coming up. But we got a new member joined. I think they only joined about 15 minutes ago. Typical City Sam. They joined as a member and they're going to be speaking to us straight away.
Yes, right now. Yes, how you doing, mate?
Not bad, you chaps.
Yeah, good, mate. How did you find the game?
I mean, I hate to use the cliche, but I think it was a game of 2 hours. I think first half we looked bright. There were some spells where Raheem made some really good runs down the left-hand side. Cancelo as well, much like in the West Ham game, worked really, really well. Really causing troubles for George Baldock. And I just wish that there was a chance with Raheem where he'd done some brilliant footwork to get onto the byline inside the area. And if Aaron Torres has dropped off just like a yard or two, it would have been perfect for him to cut it back and put it in. I mean, Ferran Torres we need to remember he's still, I don't think he's made double digits worth of appearances yet for us. And he's, still a 20-year-old lad. And not just that, he's also a natural attacking midfielder. Like, his goal scoring usually is knackered. We've got quite fortunate that he scored a really good goal against who was it? Porto. Yeah, thank you. Porto, and then scored against Marseille. So these kind of we saw this when initially when you had the likes of Raheem, like when he first went down the middle, he was not fine in the back of the net, but he seemed to play all right. I think in terms of who was alongside him in terms of Mahrez and Sterling. Mahrez, I don't know what it is. It's just whenever I watch him, I'm always thinking that he's going to get the ball, he's going to cut on his left foot, and he's going to waste it, which is really unfortunate because most of the time, when he does get the ball and strike it on his left foot, he usually scores an absolute screamer. Yeah. But it's just recently he's so out of form that he can't seem to find that bit himself. I'm not sure if he's whether he's lost confidence or whether seeing Ferran Torres coming to side, because obviously when we had Leroy Sané, there was not really any competition because Sané would always be down the left hand side. So I don't know if Ferran Torres' arrival has kind of set something off his head. I don't know what it is, but I was glad when in midweek he got dropped because I think that was best, and obviously good to see Ferran Torres and Phil Foden get in the lineup. Yeah, but again, it's just I'm not sure about whether Riyad is at the moment up to it.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I feel like he's fully out of form, like you're saying. His confidence is definitely shot, and Like you just said then, it could be with Ferran Torres coming in. That could have been like, oh, my place is under wraps here. Especially with him being the aging guy as well, 29 now. But
29, he should be
peak,
and he should back himself, man. The guy's an international footballer. I'm pretty sure he's the captain for Algeria as well. He's just won the African Cup of Nations a year or so ago. Like, he won the Premier League a couple of years ago. Last year he had a really good year. He should back himself. I don't understand why he doesn't back himself.
How have we overplayed him?
I don't.
Do you know what I mean? Have we played him to a point where he's out of form now that we need to give him a rest? Because we know Kyle Walker can stay in form and else we're playing this much, but he's different. He's a different beast.
I'm not sure about that. I reckon it's got something to do for me personally. It's just what I think in terms of, with Algeria, when he was at Leicester, he was the main man, and with Algeria, he is the main man. But he's never been that at City. In the first season, that was kind of the time where he had to get used to the fact that, he was going to have to be in and out of the side. He wasn't going to be playing week in and week out and not getting the ball every time it's the passing needs to be made. And maybe it's that he's the kind of player where if everything flows through him, then he's on form. But when you've got the likes of, Sterling, when they're fit, Aguero and Jesus, Foden, who's starting to look more and more like a incredible attacking threat, Ferran Torres, etc., etc. I don't know if it's just that's knocked his confidence down, or it's something like that.
It's a mystery to me, because honestly, he's 29 years old. For me now, he should be the main man. And I get what you're saying. He's not the main man in terms of, he's not the fan that all the City fans chant the names. That's not happening. But he's in his prime. Like,
he needs to take hold of it himself.
Yeah, he needs to try and make it happen. But when it's not happening, we've tried to play him into form and it's not working. And for me, all that's going to happen is his confidence is going to erode even further, because nothing's happening.
No, it's chipping,
so we need a different
away,
we need a different strategy. And for me, take him out of the team for the Olympiacos game and the Liverpool game, international break, and then come back. He's had a couple of weeks off to rest, and then we go again. You know what I mean?
I mean, the Liverpool game might be something, because he might see it as a big game and go, this is where I can make a real statement. But I also think in terms of, we obviously had the news today that Filip Stefanovic, it's pretty much been confirmed that he's coming from Partizan Belgrade. And maybe, obviously, we don't know how he's going to be integrated into the lineup, whether he's going to go straight out on loan or if he's actually going to be played.
Yeah.
But again, maybe this is really waiting to kick on, especially if Stefanovic is going to be playing kind of bit part like Foden was in his first season. But it's always baffling with Mahrez, because, as I said, when he takes the ball by the horns and can absolutely create some moments of magic. His goal against Brighton on the final day a couple of seasons ago was absolutely spectacular. His goal against Leicester, although he ended up getting battered, was also a really brilliant strike.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. I know.
It's full mystery mode.
It is mystery mode. I don't think anyone has the answer, as to why this has happened, and how we get him back to.
There's so much in it. There's so many ideas as why he's gone into this, and there's so many ideas how to get him out of this. But
I think pretty much everyone agrees that he needs a rest, right? Everyone agrees.
He does need to come out of the team for a little bit.
Yeah.
Liverpool. Lewis has asked everyone this question, hasn't he, bro? What you thinking about your starting lineup? What's your front three against Liverpool?
I mean, I was pretty happy with in terms of, if we look at the full lineup, just first quickly touch on that, I was pretty happy with the lineup today. I think Laporte and Diaz were really, really good together.
Yeah.
Cancelo, as I said, can create absolute havoc on the left-hand side. And he's looking more and more confident on that side. The midfield three, Bernardo, Rodri and De Bruyne looked really good. Rodri was superb. Couple of misplaced passes, but I thought overall he was pretty good. The front three, I'm not sure I would, against a side like Liverpool, I'm not sure I would stick Varane up top. I mean, if I pick it, I might end up going with Liam Delap up top, just to chuck a body in there. But I mean, it's so unlikely. It'll probably end up being maybe Foden on the left, Ferran Torres on the right, and maybe Sterling up top.
I think that's a possibility.
Yeah, I can see you doing that.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you with the Delap thing, but as we know, that's just not going to happen. So I'd be looking at. I think I'd still go Ferran Torres up top, just because I think he's a little bit more physical, and I think you get Sterling up on the right. But that them three players there, that's what I'd be looking at anyway. As
and obviously that would be. Oh, sorry to interrupt. I was just going to say that would be obviously relying on De Bruyne playing and being able to, which we know he can do, but he would have to be creating some stellar opportunities because there were points in today's game, second half more so, where Torres was looking a little bit lost. He wasn't looking kind of on the same wavelength as the rest of the players. Again, as we said many times, Foden can really come on and create a brilliant spark for the team, especially out on the left-hand side, which has kind of become his more natural position, a bit weirdly. But yeah,
yeah, no, absolutely, mate. Great call, that pal. Thank you very much for coming on, mate. Hopefully, speak to you again soon.
Cheers, lads. Have a good evening.
Yeah, you too, mate. Cheers, mate.
And that, I think,
concludes our second ever phoning show.
Better than TalkSport, right?
It gotta be better than TalkSport, isn't it?
Better than TalkSport, guys.
Spitting pure facts.
Spitting pure facts. And you know what I mean? There's no bait, is there?
Nah, no bait.
There's no bait there.
No bait.
No, but it's how you get on TalkSport, you know what I mean? We're sitting lucky to win and that kind of stuff. And with the referee, no, we just spit facts, spit the truth. And, as City fans, talking to City fans, that is absolutely what we love to see. Right, guys, what's the plan of action? The plan of action is this. We're going to go now and record our review, which will be up very shortly, probably in about an hour or so.
Yeah.
So make sure you hit that subscribe button with the notification bell so you don't miss that video when it's released. And you also get alerted every time we release a daily Manchester City video. Match day wise, we've got a podcast coming up as well, which will be released tomorrow. And then we're moving into the week, so then we've got Monday, and then we got the game on Tuesday.
Big.
It's just thick and fast, guys.
It's thick and fast. Freddie with the sneaky wave there. The chat's going big for Freddie tonight, isn't it? But yeah, man, that is it. That's it from us for now, isn't it? But then we'll see you in an hour on our video.
Yeah. Thanks a lot for joining with us today through the watch along and the phone-in show. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. See you later.
See you in a bit.
Bye.